So shooters and reloaders out there, it's like this. We can only do so much in a video. The beauty of our YouTube videos is that it allows comments to be made so that all of our expertise and all of our experience can be joined together, because no one has all the answers or all the experience, but together we can find the solutions to almost anything. So when you look at this, you know I've had some trouble with the powder coat getting scraped off, and you see it's diametrically opposite. There's a scrape off there, and right around the other side, 180 degrees, a scrape off there. I thought that what I had were bullets that were kind of like oval and were too wide and were getting sized down and scraping the powder coat off of these areas. Now the size of these bullets before sizing was like 0.462, 4625, including the powder coat. And so I'm sizing them down to what really is 0.459, 4595. That's what I'm winding up with. So I'm really sizing them down about 0.003, which is the maximum that we should try to size down. Any more than that, then we gotta start thinking about doing a two-step size down. Size down halfway, and then size down another halfway. Otherwise, these linkages break. Well, we're only sizing down 0.003, so why so hard? Well, I was thinking of the two reasons was because the alloy I'm using is a hard alloy, and also we got a lot of bearing surface. So I thought that was the reason why we were having such a hard time sizing these bullets down. Well, where's the solution? The solution was, well, with these aqua blues, we're getting some rejects, a bunch of them, but some of them were okay. And then the periwinkle gray was actually working well. So I was thinking that this is a tougher powder coat, and we have a solution there, because these weren't getting many rejects from the scrape-throughs, whereas these were, as you see here. You see? Well, the beauty of posting all this in a video is that we can all learn from it. And what happened is Todd Newsome came up with a comment. He suggested, why don't you spray your spray lube on the bullets first? And I didn't tell any of you out there before that I already tried that, and it didn't really help. The same amount of rejects. The sizing was a little easier, but the rejects were still a problem, and that's the main thing. And I didn't get a chance to report that in the last video. But what Todd Newsome did was he suggested one other very important suggestion, and that was his evaluation was that these diametrically opposite scrape-throughs were caused by the lube holes in the die. And that if we pressurized the lube, that might take care of that problem. Well, Todd, I went you one better. I also plugged in the heater and pressurized it and hit it with the case lube. So let me show you what I did. So here's our good lanolin alcohol case lube. And I set up a little wall of tile here, and I kept the bases back so that we don't get lube all over the bases. But let's hit those with a little bit of lube. And then rotate these bullets 180 degrees and hit them again. Then let's go ahead and run these through our RCBS Lube-O-Matic 2 with the pressurized lube and the heater installed. The heater's running, so it feels nice and warm here. And we got pressure in there. So let's go ahead and run this now, and you'll see what we're doing. So now the lube bullet is placed on the platform, and when you run it through there, it is noticeably easier. It's still a little bit stiffer than we would like to see. I still have to use two hands to run it through, but the beauty is, got a reject. Let's run another one through. That's not a reject. That's not a reject. You can see a little bit of the damage to the powder coat, but it's not bad enough to reject. It's still looking good. Now this is with the aqua blue that I was getting more rejects. You see that? There's some wear there, but it's not a reject. Let's give it a little more pressure on the lube. Well, that's a reject because we got a bad bullet that snuck by our quality control. That one's a reject because of a different reason. That one doesn't count. That would have been okay with the lube situation. Not a reject. So anyway, what's happening here is, we'll show you what's going on. So see, even though sometimes it's hard, a hard stroke to resize and you're expecting to see bare lead, just the barest amount there, that still passes. Still using two hands, and so I would recommend the push-through Lee kit instead. But you see that? That's a good size bullet. That's not a reject. So thanks to Todd Newsome, we're in business. I was thinking that I was going to have to forego doing the hard cast bullets in this caliber and go to softer alloys, but no fear. With the side lubricators, go ahead and pressurize the system and also use your case lube and you'll be in business. So from a side view, those are all looking good. Now it wasn't perfect though. We still got 4 rejects for those scrapes, but even then the scrapes don't look as bad as we got before. You see? And that one's not even that bad. Well, yeah, that was bad enough to reject. And then there. But as you remember from before, they were worse. But 4 of them, we'll throw them in the reject pile. And that's what we got before. Now we got this much with only 4 rejects, so that's not bad. We're happy with this. Well, I'm not going to size all my cast bullets for now because keep some in reserve in case I want to size them to a different size from Lee sizers obtained from Track of the Wolf. Thanks to Daryl Hayward and Abit's Nuts for that comment. And thank all of you commenters out there all the time because there's always good stuff coming in. So thanks to all of you, and again, a special thanks to Todd Newsome. Take care. See you next video. Bye for now.